Hey there everybody, this is Guy07 coming to you guys with yet another deck tech. Um, yes, I do a lot of deck techs, but the reason for that is because I tend to change my deck a lot, and I get bored with my decks a lot. So I tend to make newer decks. So this is Naya Aggro. It used to have Birthing Pot in it, but I took the Birthing Pot out because on Friday Night Magic I saw myself Saturday Night Birthing Pot a lot because against aggro decks it's too slow. Against control decks you want to race them before they have too much control over the board. And yeah, let's just get started with it. For your lands, you run 6 forests. Really nothing much to say about it. 3 Rope on Crag. I run 3 because with the Avacyn's program you have white. Excuse me. You have white for that, and you want to have an equal balanced mana base. So yeah, and then I run 1 Sempedal Grove. You run 4 Razorverge Thicket. The Scars line are amazing because most of your stuff, is under 3, or you have like a turn 1 bird. You want to have lands come into play on top for the first few turns because that's where you take advantage of the game. Yeah. Same with the 4 Copperline Gorge. I run 3 Cavernous Souls. Only 3 because I still do run Geists, Strangler Geist that is. And you never want to be naming Spirit because the only Spirit you have in the deck is Strangler Geist. So only 3 Cavernous Souls, but Cavernous Souls helps you a lot against control matchups, Delver, any decks with counter spells really. And it also fixes your mana. I run 3 Gavany Township. I took out the Kessig Wolf run because I just didn't really find it too good. But yeah, Kessig Wolf run is a good card in its own, but Gavany Township's a lot better because you have basically your deck is trying to put out as much creatures as possible, and Gavany Township helps pump all your creatures rather than having one creature get really big. And yeah, Gavany Township over Kessig Wolf run because like I said, the deck pretty much is to put out a bunch of creatures and then swing game with Gavany Township. And Gavany Township the Township effect is so effective and so powerful. So now down to your 1-drops. 4, Avacyn's Program. I went to 4 because what is it? You want to have as much mana. You want to have so much mana excels in your deck, and 4 Avacyn's Program is pretty much mana excel. It gets you your white source. Cast your Restoration Angel, Blade Splicer, Oblivion Ring, stuff like that. And then you have 4 Birds of Paradise. This adds anything, so yeah, so what, it can attack, but it's also a flyer, so it could be relevant later on in the game with Gavany Township. Just, getting your turn 2 Blade Splicer online, getting your turn 2 Champion online. Yeah, it provides you red, which Avacyn's Program does not. It also provides you white and green, so Bird's Paradise is just good mana fixing and good mana excel. 2-drops, or your creature spells of 2. 4 Strangler Geist. Like I said, I still do run 4 Strangler Geist because I do not want to, take out Strangler Geist just because my mana base. That's not too good because Strangler Geist is a really, really aggressive card, and you never want to take him out just because your mana base kind of sucks. But I fixed my mana base to where I can get Cavernous Souls in, and I can get 3 Gavany Townships in because Strangler Geist is really amazing in the deck, and yeah, Strangler Geist is just bonkers, really good aggressive card. I run 2 Thalia, I think, yep, 2 Thalia, because I run non-creature spells of my own, and you know, I don't run many non-creature spells, but still, Thalia is just such a good card, and it's just just making your opponent tap 2 for a Ponder, tap 3 for a Mana Leak, and then if you play Cavernous Souls, it like messes up their whole game plan. Say, like they leave open 3 because they want to Mana Leak your next play, and then you go Cavernous Souls, naming whatever you're gonna cast, and they just pretty much kept 3 open rather than playing their own spell and getting ahead of the game. When Thalia gets you ahead of the game, and Cavernous Souls get you ahead of the game. Yeah, Thalia is just such a great card. You have not very many non-creature spells in the deck, so yeah, 2 Thalia. 4, Blade Splicer. Blade Splicer is a really aggressive card. It pairs well with Restoration Angel, and the fact that your Golem has First Strike is come up in many matchups to where the First Strike is very relevant. 4 Blade Splicer are just crucial to the deck. You need to have 4, and yeah, Blade Splicer are just a really, really aggressive card, and with Gavany Township, just pumping out so much power into 3 mana. Right now, Blade Splicer is just 3 mana for 4 power, which is really good, amazing, I would say. And then next turn, Gavany Township, 6 power. Pretty much 6 power on its own, at least. 2 Champion of Lamphold, because Champion of Lamphold, in my testing, Champion is just so good. You only want 2 though, because I feel like since you don't run Birthing Pod, you can't really find the one of, and just 2 Champion is just really good. But I don't want to run 4 because it's too redundant. If you have like 2 champions on the board, I don't feel that's very good. Like if you have 1 champion, sure, that's really good. You're in a really good spot because they can't chump block, they can't block with their Lingering Souls or anything pretty much powerless than champion. Champion's just a good card because it's pretty much evasion from any creature cards, and yes, it has a big target on its forehead, but that allows you to play Restoration Angel without getting your angel killed. So 2 champion. 4 Huntmaster. If you don't know what Huntmaster does on this slide, just read it for a second. And if no spells were cast on last turn, transform on the meaning of upkeep. And what he does on this side is when he transforms, it deals 2 damage to your opponent and 2 damage to target creature they control. And if 2 spells were cast last turn, you get to flip them again. So pretty much, Master of the Fells is such an amazing card. It's pretty much like a 4 for 1. You gain life, you get dudes, you kill something, you get 2 damage in. And yeah, Master of the Fells is such an amazing card in the deck. In my night pod, I only had 3 because I get to pot them out. And in this deck, you really can't pot them out because you don't have pod. Yeah, 4 Master of the Fells is really, really good in the deck. You're on 4 Restoration Angel. I'm trying to find my non-promo one. So if anyone would like to trade a regular one for the promo one, I'd be, really glad. 4 Restoration Angels the angel is so good, just like getting so much value off of it, and giving it and having it flash into play during like blockers or something. Messes up their combat math a lot because it can be attacking with like a 2/2 or a 3/3 or like a 3/4, and you could just chump block or you can just block all day. It blocks drops, messengers, blocks pretty much anything with a power 4 or less, and live. And it does have a value once it enters the battlefield, like just passing the turn while having a Huntmaster on the field, killing their own thing, and then on your turn, or still on their turn, flashing Restoration Angel to blink Huntmaster, and that's so much tempo you got off of him. killing a dude, getting 5 more power on the board, and gaining a bunch more life. And yeah, Restoration Ninja is such a good card. I run 1 Micaeus. The Micaeus, like I said, Township Effect is so good, so powerful. And Micaeus fills that slot without, tapping 5 mana or just tapping out to let your opponent do whatever the heck he wants. So the Micaeus is really good. Just playing for 2, playing for 6, playing for as much as you can, or playing for a decent amount, and just distributing counters on your guys can be so good. Yeah, you really can't blink Micaeus with Restoration because he automatically dies unless you have like a pump effect out or something like that. So yeah, 1 Micaeus only because the Township Effect is so good and wants to have another Township without having to run 4 Gavany Township. So yeah, Micaeus fills that slot. Now to your non-creature spells. Your removal, pretty much. You run 2 Oblivion Ring. It gets rid of anything, pretty much like a catch-all. Gets rid of Sword of War and Peace. Gets rid of Planeswalkers. Gets rid of like Primeval Titan decks. Gets rid of pretty much anything. Yeah, Overring's just a good, solid removal card. 2 Bonfire of the Damned. There's really not so much to say about this. Cast it, you win. Even if you don't miracle it, you're getting so much. It's like a one-way Wrath effect. So like, I don't run Day of Judgment because it hurts my board as well, and you're an aggro deck, and you never really want to do that. So 2 Bonfire of the Damned because Bonfire is just such a good card, and there's really no explanation for that. Now, I run 2 Garruk Relentless. Garruk Relentless is such a good card. It's removal. It's getting dudes into play. And with Mortarpod, which is the next card. Hold on a sec. The Death Touch Wolf and Mortarpod is just such a good combination. Put a 1/1 Death Touch Black Wolf into play. Sacrifice a creature. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And the fact that it has Death Touch, you can get to kill anything you want. Also just, sacking a creature to get anything that you want, like a Micaeus at the time if you need it. Huntmaster if you need the life. Even a bird if you really need the mana. But I don't tend to find that happening. And the -3 ability is so good. You're going to be sacking creatures if they Wrath affect you and you have a bunch of creatures in your board. Next turn, just get in the 3, sacrifice him, and win the game over that. So, Garruk is pretty much a pod, but it's more consistent because pretty much Garruk is a removal, get dudes on its own without getting dudes in your ran. Again, removal, getting dudes, a game, a trump card, and it provides you on the way there. So 2 Garruk Relentless because Garruk Relentless is such an awesome card. I don't understand why Kibler stopped playing him, honestly. Garruk's such an amazing card. Yeah. Even just killing something for 3, you get not much value off of it, but it's another removal spell. And for the last card, I run 1 Mortarpod. Because Mortarpod with the Death Touch Wolf that Garruk provides gets to kill anything, and it's also an end game card. Like if your opponent has a low life total, you just get to kill them with Mortarpod. So that was it, guys. This is Chumarga07. Comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.